It's that time again. Funday Sunday has arrived and it's been a funny old week in the news. In the space of just 7 days, we've learned that children are calling themselves furries, donning tails and ears in classrooms and identifying as cats. We've also marveled at the revelation that you can apparently steer a tin of sardines using an Xbox controller. Too soon for jokes, perhaps. But, if you've had a spare couple of minutes this week to peruse the newspapers in between slogging your guts out to afford that tin of sardines, you'd be forgiven for thinking the world had gone stark raving mad. Perhaps it could be said that Phillip Schofield did get the better deal after all, hiding from spit away from it all on his jolly holidays in sunny Cornwall. Pictured wearing his wedding ring and lugging a forlorn-looking carrier bag containing his worldly belongings, he was photographed in a car park by a member of the public, an innocent bystander, who just happened to be standing right in front of the disgraced star brandishing a top-of-the-range camera that they pulled from their back pocket. The passerby said, "He was walking past my car. I waited for him to go past and he smiled and said thank you. He looked very tired and just gave me a dry smile and a thanks as I let him go past." In stark contrast, Teflon Holly Willoughby was seen coming out of a Glastonbury Portaloo at high noon, smelling of roses. Pictured alongside her husband Dan Baldwin, Holly was perfectly dressed for the occasion, wearing a cowboy hat and a £1,000 fringed jacket as she arrived at Worthy Farm, Somerset in style via helicopter after ditching her trusty steed and managing to dodge the Wild West gunfight at the OK Corral. As Holly hit the VIP Butts bar, she turned the other cheek to knock back a few glasses of Schofield Red. Meanwhile, the crowds couldn't resist the opportunity to mock her fallen former bestie Phillip, during the Arctic Monkeys' 90-minute headline set on Friday night. Holding up a huge flag displaying Schofield puffing on his Lost Mary vape, it was captioned, "Phillip Schofield says he's vaping so much his hands are blistered," mocking the presenter's disheveled appearance in the interview. During the interview, Schofield had shown his collection of blisters and calluses, according to The Sun. He said, "I've been vaping a lot. I didn't realize until suddenly it hurt, but I've been sitting looking up at the sky or out of the window, just staring into space. I just sit on the sofa and stare. I realize by doing that, I've blistered both hands. Our heart bleeds." Also spotted at the annual event was Cruz Beckham, who thoroughly enjoyed his lunch at the VIP area, safe in the knowledge that it wasn't cooked by his brother Brooklyn. Also popping up in the news, yet again this week, was the multitasking This Morning presenter Alison Hammond, who swapped her Virgin Trains ticket inspector's hat for a therapist's chair as she delighted fans with a cameo appearance in Stormzy's new music video, leaving one toxic workplace for another, to ask rapper Fredo what his toxic traits are. In the scene, Alison says to rapper Fredo, "I want you to tell me what your toxic traits are." To which he responds, "Listen, I've just got too many. I don't even know where to start." Neither do we. Alison then went on to tell him, "Well, just start at the beginning." Fredo continued, "I just feel like I don't make things easy on myself, to be honest. Whether that's big things like the company I keep or small things like not using toenail clippers." Alison, who first shot to fame on Big Brother, then pulls a shocked face before writing notes in her notebook. Fans were thrilled with the unexpected cameo, taking to Twitter to voice their shock. Okay, Alison Hammond is in the new Stormzy and Fredo video, and at this point in the week after everything so far, I'm officially overstimulated. Too much, too much. Wow, oh wow. Alison later took to Instagram to share a selfie with the rapper that she captioned, "My man Stormzy." Fans were quick to suggest the pair should start dating, with Alison's former co-star Ruth Langsford rushing to comment, "You make a lovely couple." Stormzy, though, was spotted at Glastonbury having the time of his life as he watched rapper H perform on the Pyramid stage, standing in the crowds as he danced along. He cut a casual figure in a white tank top and sported a quirky pair of white heart-shaped sunglasses to complete his look. The singer appeared to be in jovial spirits as he sang along to H's hits, joining other festival goers in the crowds as he left the backstage area. Alas, Alison Hammond was not with the star. She was most likely hovering near the entrance inspecting tickets, dashing Ruth Langsford's hopes. Back in March, Alison shocked This Morning viewers by declaring she was single just weeks after it was reported she and her landscape gardener boyfriend Ben Hawkins were engaged. She slipped up on her relationship status when she exclaimed, "Well, I am single, while discussing the new Love Island spin-off show with co-host Dermot O'Leary. The comments came after West Midlands police told Mail Online that a man had been bailed following his arrest on suspicion of blackmail. Alison allegedly told pals she handed over thousands of pounds and a car to a former friend who threatened to leak false details about her private life. The force confirmed it had arrested a 36-year-old man from Warwickshire on suspicion of blackmail against a woman in her 40s. The man was questioned by police and released on conditional bail, it added. West Midlands police said on Sunday they take reports of this kind very seriously and inquiries were progressing swiftly. According to The Sun, the former Big Brother contestant also handed over a BMW worth £5,000. It's claimed the presenter reported the incident to police with a colleague, telling the publication Hammond revealed she had reached the end. She allegedly showed officers from the force messages she had received from the man. It is claimed the man took advantage of Alison's kind nature and they forged an unlikely friendship despite his issues with drugs. Alison reportedly told her friend that he sprung the demands on her out of the blue after she had been happy to try and help him and spend money on him. It is claimed she attempted to cut ties with him a number of times, but he managed to make his way back into her life. Things reached boiling point for Alison when she is said to have told a colleague, "He sent me a message stating that if I didn't give him £3,500 he would ruin me. I was flabbergasted. I'm still in shock. To have a friend seeking to blackmail and extort me is just heartbreaking. I had to realize I'd reached the end and go to the police." Things reached boiling point for Alison when she is said to have told a colleague, "I had to realize I'd reached the end and go to the police." Also this week, we heard that a Washington restaurant kicked out a dirty rat. Yes, the delightful John Barrowman, one of the original hosts of the BBC's live and kicking children's show, was escorted out of a Tacoma eatery minutes after entering. John, whose usual pastime is said to be exposing himself on set, was dropped from co-hosting Dancing on Ice due to what he described as tomfoolery. His co-host at the time, Phillip Schofield, though, didn't let the seedy business tarnish his own sentiments about the man that he adores. After being kicked out of the restaurant, Barrowman took to Twitter to post a video to explain the incident to his 480,000 followers. In a 43-second video, he said, "Hi everyone, we've just had the weirdest thing happen to us. We're at McMenamin's Elks Temple, and in a polite way, the gentleman guided us out of one restaurant into another. And he kind of persuaded us not to come in. He then panned the camera to his dinner guest who said, 'They kicked us out.' John agreed, 'They kicked us out.' He finished off his video by telling his followers, 'So Tacoma, not a good recommendation. McMenamin's McNot.' Fans were quick apparently to rally round the star and show their support. Another penned, 'I'm so sorry that this has happened to you, John, as you're a legend on and off camera.' Right? Moving on, we are excited to announce a brand new segment of Sunday Funday in which we give out a very special statuette for the quote of the week. We are very pleased to announce that this week's Blinkerhole blooper goes to Sir Elton John's husband David Furnish, who said, "If you weighed up the column inches that they gave to Phillip Schofield, and what happened with Boris Johnson, you will find a great, great difference." And that, to me, points to homophobia. Let's hope the Rocket Man packs Furnish off to the moon never to return, because he is certainly of no use to anyone on planet Earth.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Please like and subscribe for more journeys through the Blinkerhole. For entertainment purposes only.